Hello, everybody, and welcome to the November edition of Ladies No Shade, No Shame. I am Jennifer, and this is my BFF Yolanda. And so, as promised from last month's episode, we wanted to survey some men and find out what do you as a man find attractive in a woman? What are the qualities that you look for? You know, there are certain qualities that men look for that would distinguish you, that would put you in a particular category, you know, a booty call, a girlfriend, or a wife. And so we posted that question on Facebook, and we got, as you can imagine, a variety of responses from men, you know, various ages. And so when we were reviewing them, you know, a lot of it doesn't matter the age of that particular male. It was basically almost the same. You know, it was kind of an even split between like a physical appearance versus qualities like, you know, fearing God and morals and things like that. It was almost an even split. And as you can imagine, as men grow older, their tastes change in what they look for in a woman, as with women as well. I remember when I was young and first on the dating scene, it was just a matter of, okay, the guy's really hot, he's fine, he's good looking, I gotta know him, I want to go out with him. But then as I got older, you know, I needed something a little bit with a little bit more texture in it, you know, a little bit more substance, as you can say.
Exactly.
You know, it wasn't about, you know, the fine guy. You know, I still wanted him to be attractive to me, you know, but also have certain qualities that would he make a good father, you know, can he be a good provider? Do I feel safe with him?
Is he responsible?
Is he responsible?
Yes.
And so, you know, men look for the same things in a woman when they're out on the dating scene. So we'll just jump into it, and I'll let Yolanda take it from here. But thank you for joining us.
Hi guys. Okay, starting with my number one as I was doing my researches and asking questions of guy friends, my spouse, and just family members that were male in general. My most common thing, to my surprise, actually, I mean, it's the first attraction, but what men notice that we always thought was the body, but actually it's the smile.
Yeah, it is.
Men love a nice smile. And including with the smile comes, of course, white teeth. That's a plus.
They'll be smiling, you go, what was different?
I know, right? And they're kind of like cream beige or on the yellow corn side, but yeah. So,
and that's no shade, ladies. We're just saying this is coming
no
from the
shade,
man.
No shame.
That's one of the things that they do notice. They notice a beautiful smile.
Very attractive is a nice smile. So, which I do a lot because you can just about count every teeth in my mouth. And I actually don't like the fact that I smile so big because you can see almost every teeth in my mouth. But I always get the same compliment. You have a pretty smile.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I think what it does is it actually makes you more approachable, where men are more apt to come and say something to you. If you're smiling, you're not intimidating.
Yeah.
And also just friendly in general. Because
you're very approachable.
Exactly.
With that
Granted,
smile.
you know, he doesn't know you, but if you're smiling, that's an icebreaker right there.
Definitely, definitely. Because you can, I agree with that, because you could be in a club or at a grocery store or whatever, and you can see someone and they catch your eye or you catch their eye, and if you're interested, you know, you're like, you start smiling.
Exactly.
That's an opening to say, I'm open to you approaching me. You know, because we know a lot of women are shy, and a lot of men are shy too, but it kind of lets the barrier drop a little bit if you smile, and to say, hey, yeah, I think you're pretty cute too. You have to come on over and say hi, you know. But yeah, I definitely agree with that. So it makes you more approachable.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What was one of your big ones?
So one of the big things that I saw from the Facebook response was physical appearance, because men typically associate health and fertility with a attractive woman, or what they consider as an attractive woman, because we all know that beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Right.
And so if they think that the person that they're eyeing is beautiful, then they naturally assume, okay, she's healthy, maybe she can bear children, she's very fertile, and so that's what they associate things with. And so you get that immediate attraction because it's always a physical attraction in the beginning. No one ever looked at buckwheat or whatever and said, hey, I want to be with this guy. It's all about what your eye is and what your vision of beautiful is.
Exactly.
And so that's what they look for. So
yeah, and just to elaborate a little more on the beauty aspect, I mean, like Jen said, it's in the eye of the beholder.
Yes,
but
definitely.
everyone has the ability to be beautiful in their own self. Shiny, healthy looking hair. Whether you like it straight, long, curly,
natural,
blue, black, natural. As long as it's healthy, it's kept up, it has a shine, maybe a bounce or definite curls, it's not dry or, smells, God forbid if it smells. I mean, that's things that guys really pay attention to.
Yeah, they do.
And shiny, natural looking skin, again, white teeth, white eyes, all that is a sign of healthiness.
Of healthiness, yeah.
And,
they associate that with
exactly,
health.
and fertility.
And, we did have, they look at boobs, of course.
Of course. Of course.
I look at the rack, I look at this, the responses were pretty funny. And so we'll actually post, if you have access to the Facebook page, go on and like our page and you can see the survey that we put out there and you can see some of the responses. But yeah, so, the natural things that you would automatically assume as a woman that guys would be attractive to.
Right.
Boobs, hips,
Butts.
butt, yeah. But I wanted to take it a little bit further and I wanted to kind of look at the science behind it too.
Right.
Because we only surveyed a small population of men and we only had a few responses in addition to talking to people outside of Facebook.
Right.
Like I even asked some guys on my job and some male friends, what do you find attractive? And so they, one interesting aspect one guy told me is, when he looks for a woman, he puts her in one of three categories. Is it a booty call? Is it a girlfriend? Or is it a wife? And so I'm like, okay, well, what distinguishes a woman from a booty call, from a girlfriend or a wife? And so you guys let me know if you agree with any of these, So, and I thought it was very, very interesting and very telling, of how men think when it comes to women, because we all know how we talk about men when we get with our girlfriends. You can assume that they're doing the same thing, and if you're the woman, they love a woman that they can brag on,
Right.
my girl this, my girl that. But having said that, they want someone that would be their best friend, if they're going to a football party or they're just going to go and hang out with the guys, if they don't mind bringing you along with them because they know that they're going to have a good time with you, whether they're with you or their friends, they're going to bring you along. And so that in itself is telling of how much he respects you. He wants you to hang out with him, whether he's with his friend, and he don't give a damn if his friends like it or not. He's bringing you.
Right.
And so another thing would be low drama. Men do not like drama, and women don't either, because I'm got a very low tolerance for drama. But men really don't like drama, so they want someone who is drama free. And then also a genuine connection. Can I talk with this person? And if for some reason we got past his physical appearance, what else is there? Just like we talked about last month, substance.
Exactly.
Similar interests and things like that. I can have fun with you. I can talk with you. We can just lay on the couch and watch TV all day long, and I never get sick of you. So just having that genuine connection, and then having a healthy discussion if there's an argument, and not personalizing it with personal attacks. Your wee is little. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, because you want to say it sometimes, even when it's not, But don't stoop to personal attacks, because you can never take it back, ladies. You cannot take that back. We know you didn't mean it, and he probably knows that you didn't mean it, but it's out there and you cannot take it back, and you don't want to just throw it out there and not be able to take it back, and
Right.
and it's always going to be at the back of their mind. She told me my weed was good. Yeah. So no, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not cool. And then they want to know if you're self-made. You know, do you have your own stuff? You have your act together.
Right.
You have a good career, or you're in school and you know what you want to do once you graduate. Because even though they don't mind taking care of you and they want to take care of you, they still want to know that you can take care of yourself should something happen to them.
Right.
And like I was saying earlier, they love to brag on their woman. My baby, she has her master's. My sweetheart, she's doing this, or she just got a promotion. He's telling his boys about that, you know. And so that's another thing. They want a woman that's going to be self-made.
And it lets them know that you're not needy.
Exactly.
You're not going to be on him for everything.
For every
Don't make
single
it
thing.
all about him, because like we said in an earlier show, men like challenges and they like women with substance.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want you calling them 15 times a day or texting all
Talking
day.
about what you
Where
doing.
are you? What you doing?
I was
Or
doing
you
the
at the
same
red
thing I
light.
was doing 5 minutes ago when you called me.
Exactly. You know, have a life beyond him.
Yeah.
I mean, even to the point where if he schedules something or a date or wants to come and see you last minute, if you have something on your calendar already, or if you're going to go out with the girls and you already have that plan, do not, and this is my pet peeve, do not break your plans to go be with him. Let him know
Because that
and let
shows
him
that
understand that you have a
morals,
life
and you have
outside-
values
outside of him.
outside of him, and you
Exactly.
made that connection or that commitment with someone else, and you didn't break it.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
so that shows your character.
There you go.
So yeah, and then the last thing was someone. Well, not the last thing. That can admit when they're wrong. You know, we all know that when you're in the heat of an argument, no one likes to say, "Well, baby, I'm wrong." But if you truly have that connection with that person, it should be easy to say that
Right.
I'm wrong and I need to
Exactly.
apologize. So being able to apologize when you have those hard discussions when you know you're wrong or whatever, agree to disagree. And now I'll say the last thing is values. Do we have the same family values? Do we have the same morals?
Right.
Do we have the same mindset when it comes to having children, being financially secure? And so they look for all of those things. And so that's what kind of I got was the you know, how they would distinguish between a booty call, and we all know what a booty call is, so we're not even gonna go there.
Exactly. And
So-
those are a dime or dozen.
Yeah, if you only
okay?
get a call
Yes.
at 2:00 in the morning,
What
randomly.
that is. We know what that is.
Yeah, randomly, you know, I haven't talked to you in 3 weeks, and you call me at 2:00 in the morning. Get off my phone. No,
It's a
don't even pick it up.
a
But if that's what you
saying
want, pick it up. But
that I used to tell my daughter.
don't start that category. Don't get put in
when
that category.
she was dating, she started dating. You know, my daughter, she's like tiny, so she looks like a little girl, even though she's a grown up. Well, when she started dating, you know how you want to give them advice and try to help them along so that they don't make the same mistakes you made. So one of the big things that I always told her was, if you went the whole day and he did not call you or try to come by and see you, or if y'all did not make any plans that whole day, and then now it's night and it's 12 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night, and now he wants to come over and see you, and that's consistent, you're a booty call. Okay? And in my words back then to my daughter, and I'm just being honest, guys, you're a chicken head. Okay? That's what they put in the chicken head category. So now he's horny and he wants a little something, so you're his to-go girl to go and get that. So he don't want to spend time with you during the day
start that
because he's
precedence.
having fun with his boys or his
with another chick.
real girlfriend. But when he needs something, he know he can always call you late at night and get it.
Yeah. And so there's also some like behavioral stuff behind, like say the science concept when it comes to what men want. And so some of the science dictates that they want someone that they can laugh with. They even like an adventurous woman, you know, bungee jumping. I'm just kind of throwing that out there. But
I'm
someone
not doing
who, someone who will take a risk, you know, because if you have like, you know, if you like the bad boys, and some women do, you
Yes.
know, they kind of
I
want to
think
know.
we all start out
with the
liking
bad
the
boys,
bad-
yeah.
yeah.
They kind of want to know if the woman's going to be ride or die, if she's going to take a risk with them or not. So that is pretty high on the list when, you know, you look at the science behind it. And then another one was like being independent, like we said, having your own thing, even though you know that your man can take care of you and he knows it as well. And men like women
Right.
that they can take care of because it helps them to feel needed. You know, they can do things for them. But it's also so attractive to them that you do have your own stuff and you're making it on your own.
Right.
You're killing it in your game.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good. Some of the ones I have written down is confidence. A man loves a woman with confidence. If you can walk into a room
Mm-hmm.
and steal the room,
Yeah.
you know, with your head held high, and not necessarily in an arrogant way, but just know that you look good
Mm-hmm.
and you're
You're
confident
confident.
in yourself. You know, you're not holding your head down or looking around trying to find somebody that you may know or whatever. You're just coming into the room and you still that presence.
Yeah. Yeah.
And men love that. And believe it or not, you know, we hear it all the time. You know, you never know who's watching you.
Exactly.
So when you're out and about, you never know who's watching you. So if you have confidence in your attitude, your behavior,
Your walk.
I guarantee you there's probably about 3 or 4 men looking at you.
And let's not forget the traditional stuff. You know, we had responses for cooking, you know,
Yes.
and then working out. You know, my partner,
Physical.
he loves to work out, whether it be, you know, bike riding or cycling or just doing some type of fitness blender or things like that, but just working out. And so being healthy, and that's also another connection that you two would have. You know, if you like to work out because he likes to work out, that's another common thing. But, you know, you have cooking, you know, be in the kitchen cooking something, or make sure you can cook if that's what they like. No, be in the kitchen burning up stuff. Put some burnt toast on there, talk about here's your breakfast. No, that's your breakfast.
Or at least have a good restaurant on
Yes.
speed dial.
Or have Uber drop it off and put it in your own plate, you know. But cooking was high on the list, you know.
Exactly.
But intelligence, cooking, you know, God-fearing, you know, like I said, it pretty much was the same. Some of it was in different order, like some men prize looks over the person having a job because they don't really need to know if the woman has a job or if she's like self-sufficient because he
can take care
feels
of her.
like he's the man, he can take care of her, so that's his job. So he's not really concerned if you're making, you know, whatever amount you're making, you know. So the priorities list change, but the overall list itself, just in various ranking orders,
Right.
pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same. So they
Some others that I had was a sense of humor.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay, which is not to say that you're laughing all the time like a babbling idiot, but that it means really what it means to men is that you laugh at his jokes. Really, that's
You
what
think
it
he's
means.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
so when
honey,
he
I think you're funny.
even if the joke is bad, and I tell a couple.
Bad jokes.
But my babe always laughs, and I just love it to death. Well, it's the same for
Yeah.
men, you know. They want to know that you have a sense of humor, that you find them funny, and that you enjoy being around them,
Yeah.
you know, and just having a good time. Another one that I found interesting was a quality was kind. And
Oh yeah,
nice.
kindness. Yeah.
Because
I did see
that
that too.
actually lets him know, you know, up front, you know, you're coming drama free.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, guys, and we all know it, most men with quality and values don't want to itch.
Yeah.
And that's minus the B
Yeah. Yeah.
or a diva.
Yeah.
Okay, so as much as we like to label ourselves as divas and I'm the head itch or whatever, most men that are successful or at the top of their game in the professional or the corporate world, they don't want that.
They don't want drama.
They want
That's another thing with drama.
kindness. They want a nice woman. They want you to be approachable. They want to see that you're kind to others. And it just adds to the personality, the conversation, the relationship in itself.
Yeah, it does. And I did have kindness on mine too, because they associate kindness with how you're actually going to treat them, their family members, particularly their mother.
Right.
And if you're actually going to be a good mother, should you have children?
Exactly.
Do you have empathy
That's good.
for
That's good,
other
Jen.
people?
Right.
You know, this person has a kind heart, you know, and you're not self-centered. It's not all about you. And so they kind of tie that with motherhood and how you would treat people in their family that are close to them, like their mom. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. You got anything else, babe?
Let's see. Just the overall beauty in itself again. Men like women who take care of themselves, you know, hygiene, very important. You know, I mean, I know most girls when you're young, you're still in school, you're just learning about your body and your hygiene and stuff like that. Keep it up, please. You know, please.
You'll thank us later.
And believe it or not, you know, back then, you know, I even had, well, my daughter was pretty good. I mean, she was a girly girl, you know, so I really didn't have to tell her about her hygiene. But when I was a girl, I called myself being a little tomboy. And that was only because boys weren't into me, because I was like maybe 89 pounds, 5'7". Not that cute. I had no breasts.
You haven't come
no
into your
boobs,
own yet.
You know, so I was hanging around the boys and being a boy because the boys were not attracted to me. So, of course, you know, trying to play sports and do all that, you know, my hygiene wasn't that good.
And
so my mom would say, girl, you are a girl. You do realize that, don't you? So I got a late start, but I figured it out. So hygiene is important. I said before, you know, keeping your hair up. I mean, if you wear weave, wigs, extensions, girls, please don't let your tracks show. Men don't, to be honest, and I've surveyed these, men don't mind if you wear tracks or extensions or wigs. They just don't want to know you got it. Okay.
By seeing it.
Exactly. They don't want to see it. So please keep it up. Even if you go to the salon or you do it yourself or let someone do it, just maintenance. Keep it up.
And and
nails, toes.
It's
just keep everything up to par.
And everything is so accessible these days.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
You can get your nails done, you know, fairly cheap.
Right.
You know, and everyone and anyone that I know, they either have extensions, weaves, wigs, natural or whatever. Like I said, what do you and just rock it. Whether it's natural, whether it's a wig, whether it's weave, you own it. You know, and just rock it. You know, because again, when you do that, it exudes confidence.
Exactly.
And that is a highly attractive trait in a woman who has confidence, you know, own that room. So
I know there's probably a lot that we missed or didn't go over, but these were just the top 5 that we had from the survey that we did. If you have some that maybe we missed that you get from guys a lot that they find attractive in men or women, in women, shoot us a text or comment
or
on the
ask
page.
yourself, you know, do like we did, you know, so like post it on your page and tag some of your friends in it, because that's what I did.
Some of your male friends,
you know, because you want to get it directly from the horse's mouth. You know, as a woman, don't assume you know
What
what
a man
men find
like.
attractive. We all think we have the perfect concept. Okay, I'm gonna get my hair together because it needs to
Right.
look a certain way, or I'm gonna get my body together because it needs to look a certain way. And in essence, that is true too. But if you want a deeper understanding of what is attractive to a man, don't be afraid to pose that question and ask them. You know, just tag your guy friends in there and say, "Let me know," and then kind of get it from the horse's mouth. So I thought it was interesting, and I hope
Yeah.
you did too.
Exactly. So overall, in a point, what's the point? Well, the point is we all want somebody, and you typically want somebody that wants you. So if you're out looking for someone, I mean, even if you are not interested in that person or he's not interested in you, you could actually interview that person as a friend or a potential. What do you like in women? Or determine what they like and kind of cater yourself to it a little bit, which is not to say change your whole person. And God forbid if anybody try to do
Yeah,
that.
never
You
change
never
you.
want to change
No.
yourself.
Mm-mm.
But if a lot of what he likes is you and you're attracted to him, kind of spiff it up a little bit more or cater to it a little bit more. If he likes long hair, probably put in a little extension or something, or work on, working out
What
a
if he
little
like
bit
natural
more.
hair?
Or if he
like,
likes
what if he likes
natural
natural hair? You're into the weeds.
Exactly. Try, wearing it natural one day and see if he comments about it or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
but I do say don't change yourself because there is someone who will love you for you. And that's where you get to the basis.
Yes.
The basics, having that conversation when you're dating up front and kind of quizzing, what are your pet peeves and things like that.
Right.
And that way you don't waste a lot of time with someone who's not
Exactly.
going to accept you for you, but don't change yourself,
Exactly.
I do think if you're not a good person or something like that, or if you're kind of an arrogant person, those are things that you need to work on.
Qualities.
Yes. Just for yourself in general, not for a man or not for a woman or whatever. But as far as like your overall, your true core, stay true to yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, stay true to yourself.
Exactly. Do it for you
Yeah.
and not as much as for him.
Yes.
I mean, he would be the cherry on top.
Yeah. And you're the prize.
Exactly. All right, that's all we have for today. We thank you for joining us.
Definitely.
Please visit our Facebook page, which is Ladies No Shade, No Shame.
Yes.
We're also on YouTube, which is under the same name, Ladies No Shade, No Shame. We would love to hear from you. Give us some comments, maybe some questions or
share some ideas of what you've discovered, by
Exactly.
asking your male friends, that way we can see how close we all came. But yeah, definitely like the video, follow us, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Bye.
Okay. I think it was okay.